Welcome, welcome, welcome to Garnetqueentarot, where we are inspired to rise. How? Please tell me how are my wonderful Aries right now. Aries, how you guys doing? Huh? How you doing? Let me know what's going on with you. Now, before we get started, we got to clear the energy and clear the space. Because when you're on your path to achieving your goals, there be some haters automatically. Too much. So please, inhale, exhale twice. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Woo. Yes. Shake it off. What is going on with you? We just sealed our room. This is our private space, so let's talk. Let's find out, Aries, what is happening. Let's see what's in the news. Ooh, and you got that. You have resilience. No matter what you're facing, you always find an alternative route to take to get through. Always. And it's time to let go of your past. That's what it's saying. It's time to let go of your past. Sometimes we hold on to things, or when I was this, or when I was that. It's a different time now. And sometimes we have to rebuild as we continue to grow and learn and pick up information along the way. But you can't dwell on the past. I know it's traumatic. Things happen that you felt made you slip. Or you remember a time when you had this and you had that, and now it's like I'm starting from scratch, or I'm starting all over. But I'm sure if you look at any situation and you take the good out of it, I'm sure that you learned some things that you didn't know before. And those things could help you to move forward faster in your new phase, new chapter in your life. And that's what's going on right now. It's like you wanted it to be a little bit easier, and due to circumstances, things didn't work out the way you wanted it to. So let's see what's happening here. Life, it can be so strange sometimes. You put so much work in, and in the blink of an eye, things could change. Circumstances could change. I say for the people that's older, changes. I mean, remember there used to be a phone booth on every corner? I mean, come on. There used to be things that happened and you didn't have a camera. If you even had a phone, walk with you all the time, Polaroid pictures. You think of so many things that have changed. It ages us out, but new technology has come into play. So a lot of times you'll go through something and you just feel you can't move forward. You have to move forward. You must move forward. It could be traumatic, and you still got to keep going. Because if you don't, what happens? You die, or you die off. You have to stay relevant. Keep doing things that make you who you are, and keep believing. But just recognize you're not the only person going through things right now. So don't let it hold you down. Just let go of the past, what was, because now is a different time. Let's see. What is going on? And I want to get some of the moon involved, because it's like seem like you've been going to battle a lot, a great deal, overcoming a lot of obstacles. And you're ending up on the other side, and you will achieve and triumph over your goals. But it's that you have to humble yourself. You have to be more willing and accepting, and not gnash out at everybody. It's like you have to recognize the fact that only you can keep going to get what you want. Only you could determine what it is you're seeking. You must ask for what you want. You're going through the motions, and some things are harder than others. And you've been doing your best to overcome, but like we know, it's been frustrating at times. But if you pay attention and you measure, you could see that you're not where you started from. You could see that you've been putting in the work. You could see the growth and the growth potential. And you have to be willing to let go of the past. You can't live in the past, only reminiscing on what you used to have and how things used to be. We could all account to that. But it's what you're doing moving forward and adapting to the new changes so that you could apply them to your current status, your current life. We know what you're capable of. You know what you're capable of. But moving forward, what could you do differently now so that things could mesh in the way you want it to? You're building that stability for that solid foundation, that solid ground. You're able to look out to the future and see the options available to you. It's to have like an imagination that, you know what? I've been there. I've done that. I accomplished this. I accomplished that. Now is a different time. How can I do things differently that would apply to the times now? Not what used to be, but what I'm currently standing in right now. So that I could be my best self in the current state. Not the past. Working toward the future, but where I am right now. How can I make it work to get to the level where I want to be? And that's technology. You have to look at more imaginative and creative ways to achieving your goals. You're still looking forward, but you're moving in your now so that you can get to the future. What do you need to do now to make things happen the way you want it to happen so you could feel better about your sweat equity, about all that you put out there so that you can replenish some of your investment? Now, you can't look for immediate gratification when it's an investment. So whatever you've done to get to the point where you are, and you still have to keep going, rather than look at what was, look at what is and what can be. So you have to recognize the fact that no matter what you face, progress and being active in the now, not dwelling on what was, but looking at what you can do now so that you could still achieve your goals and plan out for the future. And that's where you've been stopping a little bit. It's, they want you to not be so frustrated, to be kinder, to see things for what it is and how you could mold it to become what you would like it to be. And you can still envision where you see yourself, but do know that you gotta walk on this path. You have to walk on this road to get to where you want to be. So the time wasted being frustrated at the current circumstances is holding up the progress for you moving forward in the future in the current status now. Current state now. We all know what used to be. But you are the one that knows what could be. But you gotta enlighten yourself and become more aware and pay attention. And when you slow down a little bit and you humble yourself somewhat, you're able to see what the whole core is right here and right now, and what additive you need to complete the task at hand to get to where you want to be. Don't become stagnant. Don't become frustrated. Don't, go after people for no reason at all. Don't attack. Humble yourself. Pull it back a little. Pull off the cover and look what's underneath. Before you try to drive, make sure the engine is up to speed. Make sure you got your plans detail-oriented so that you can accomplish your goal. You're not a person to move blindly, but when you get upset and you get frustrated, sometimes those clouds just block your path. You have to take a breather, inhale, exhale a few times, start again. From a kinder perspective, from a more informative perspective, where you've looked into everything and you see what's in front of you. And now you're getting on that path to make your masterpiece happen, come into fruition, to be developed. You got to put a little bit more work in. Rather than looking at things falling apart, look at how you can tweak what needs to be tweaked, and you could still go after what it is you're seeking without the frustration. You don't like to take breaks. You want to keep going and going and going and going and going. Like, what's that? Is it Maytag? What's that washer that keeps going and going and going all the time? You have a good head on your shoulders. You are frustrated, but they're also telling you, you got to take a breather. You got to take time out and be humble. Humble yourself. Know your value, know your worth, and be fixated on your purpose and achieving your goals. We can so easily be swayed and thrown off a little bit. Just get back on and stay true to the path. Use your GPS. You know where you want to go. Figure out how you're going to get there. What bridge you have to cross. What trails you have to walk upon. The journey at hand right now is overcoming the doubt and continuing on that path moving forward, because you have been going to battle, but now you're recognizing that the only war that's going on right now is the one in your head, the one that's blocking you, and you have to allow yourself to see beyond that wall. You're doing what you have to do. You're making the connections, you're meeting the people, but your attitude has to change, because you want immediate gratification, and you're not going to get that right now. But do know that the path you're taking is a brighter one for you to achieve your goals. But you have to be willing to step aside any animosity, any being overzealous. You have to realize that it takes time to get to where you want to go. And it doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It's just not in your time. It's in your source's time. And then at the time, anything that you are seeking, you're going to accomplish. But the work must continue to go on. There can't be gaps in between because you frustrated or you stop and I'm not doing this, I'm not, because you're upset. It's like you're trying this and you're trying that and it's not working. You have to pace yourself. Yes, I got to get this done. Boom, check mark. Oh, I got to get this done. Check. I got to get this done. Check. Before you know it, you're at the end of that yellow brick road and you're going to find out the information you're seeking. But you have to have patience. You may have to bend and compliment and persevere through, but you know what? You're going to end up at the end of the tunnel. You're going to see the light. But you have to be willing to put the time and effort in. Be eager to achieve, but don't miss the details along the way. And you know what I'm talking about. You want to run there. You can't do that. This is at a pace, a growing pace, where you're understanding every step along the path, every step on your journey. And you're going to get there. You have to continue to believe, continue on the race. You don't stop on the race midway through. Could you believe that? The finish line is over there, but you want to stop here? No. You have to be willing to go through it. We got to go through some stuff to get to where we need to be. Okay? We learn stuff along the way. So don't beat yourself up because you're not where you want to be as of yet. You're working toward it. You're working towards it. Believe that. You're working towards it. And you can't give up. It's a hard road, but you know what? You got this. You got this. So, what I'm going to say to you is, be inspired to rise. And know that there's a lot of work involved. And not everybody's traveling with you to achieve that goal. So some people, you may just have to ask for a time out with them so that you could figure out the alternative route you might have to take on your journey. But pick up the pieces, pick up the nuggets along the way. There's a lot of information out there for you, but you could so easily miss it by dwelling on what was. Okay? You used to be rich, now you don't have as much money. You used to own your own home, and now you're renting an apartment. There's so many things that have changed throughout. But the battle is not over, and you know what? You will have victory in the end. Victory is coming your way. All that hard work is going to pay off. You just have to give it time to materialize. Okay? Breathe, relax, start again. Every day is a new day to start over. And it's not going to be from where you started from. It's going to be from a higher point. So believe that and reflect on what you achieved already. Yeah, there's still a ways to go, but you know what? You're still on that journey, so don't give up. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it in the end. Garnet Queen Tarot, where we're inspired to rise. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much for taking the time to share your message with us. We look forward to another reading so we could see what's going on. What's going on in your life? You know me, all up in your business. Take care. Talk soon.